we have breaking news. There's a monster living in our midst. We advise all viewers to take up arms and prepare to fight against this evil creature. Many signs have already been posted to kill on sight. Some call it Fishzilla, Frankenfish, or Fish from Hell. But the animal invading the lakes and ponds of Maryland and Virginia is not from any horror movie. It's the real deal. Here's Todd Wilson with the inside story.
Thanks, Frida. The creature invading lakes and rivers is an Asian species of air-breathing freshwater fish commonly called the snakehead fish. This fish has been found living in Maryland, California, Florida, Maine, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Hawaii. How did it get here? Who is to blame? I am here with Mr. Robert Smith, who will be able to answer some of these questions.
Hi. Well, what had happened was that I bought one of them snakehead fish down at one of them Asian markets. I was told that if a sick person eats it, it'll cure them up good. And you see, my sister was in the hospital, real sick. But before I could cook the thing, she got better. They real expensive to feed because all they eat is other fish. And I needed my money for my hunting supplies. So instead of keeping it, I just dumped it in the lake. We have reports that people have been buying these snakehead fish at Asian markets, pet stores, and on the internet. They only eat other animals, so when fully grown, feeding them can cost up to $8 a day in goldfish.
The snakehead fish has several adaptations that make it survive better in lakes in North America than the native fish.
One adaptation is that snakehead fish can eat almost anything smaller than themselves. The largest one on record was found to be 4 feet in length. Because of their size, most are capable of eating fish, amphibians, crustaceans, and even birds.
The snakehead can survive outside of water for up to 4 days. Not only can they breathe air, but they can also move from pond to pond by wriggling their bodies across the land.
Snakehead fish can also reproduce much faster than native fish, and in addition to their fast reproduction, snakehead young are just as predatory as their parents, eating anything that is smaller than them.
The snakehead fish also carries a fungus that destroys fish tissues. While fish in North America die when they become infected, the snakehead fish can survive the damage even after its spinal cord is exposed.
Because the snakehead is so well adapted, it outcompetes all the native species in the lake it's in. Whenever a snakehead is introduced to a lake, the amounts of birds, fish, amphibians, and crustaceans are reduced.
The snakehead spreads to surrounding ponds, destroying all pond ecosystems in the area. I'm back at the pond, following up on the story of the invasive snakehead fish. Here with me is Dr. Kelly Jestrain and Dr. Richards. Both are scientists who have been studying the snakehead fish since its introduction to the Northeast. Kelly, what exactly does this mean for most people in their day-to-day life?
Neither man nor nature can get rid of them. We have to deal with that fact and develop management strategies.
Such a bleak outlook. Dr. Richards?
Look at the pond. Now look back at me. Look back at the pond. Now back to me. Do you see any snakehead fish? No? Why? I have a panel of scientists that decided to pour pesticides into the pond, killing every fish in the pond. Thanks to those extreme measures, the snakehead fish is no longer a problem. Work like an ecologist.
Johnny, are you sure we should be doing this?
Yeah, babe, my dad does this all the time.